guys, CalamitiesDawn here with another video on our modded Minecraft survival. I start off by doing a whole bunch of flower picking because I'm actually going to be doing some building first in this video and then we'll do some exploring after, surprisingly. I had this really strange urge to do some building, and yeah, for my building I'm going to need lots and lots of flowers. And then I went and grabbed some limestone because I wanted to build with different blocks besides marble. Seeming I had a whole bunch of marble, I was like, I want something a bit more of a different color, so I went and got some limestone. I also built a work table here. It's not called a work table, I can't remember what it's called. But I built this table so that we could get different types of wood. Carpenter's table, that's what it's called. So we can get funky patterns with our wood, so it gives us more options in terms of building. I then had to go and clear out the area that I'm going to build in. Now this area that I'm building in really isn't far from where all of our stuff is, but I was like, this is going to be the central point of our area, so I start building it out, and I use the marble to build the outline because I think marble looks nice and clean. Just clear out all of the seeds, and then I start working out where my center is going to be. Now I do adjust this once more because I didn't like how close I had it. I wonder if anybody can guess what I've been building. At this point, I decide I'm not going to do much more with the centerpiece. I just want to figure out where the outer pieces are going to go, and I start placing them there and realizing I don't want it that close. I want to be able to have a path through. So I start building these little blockade bits, which will eventually become flower beds. It does take me a bit of guessing how I want it to go before I actually figure out what I want. Like this style here doesn't stay before long, I end up changing it as well. But I place in all my red flowers. I actually don't have enough of the poppies, so I have to go get more poppies. After I've grabbed more poppies, which I did off camera because I forgot to record that bit, I then come back and adjust the building process into a way that I think fits more. I then had to add a lot of dirt, and due to the fact that I've been digging a lot in the game since the last episode, it's actually made it quite easy to fill up all of this area with dirt. I'm here trying to figure out how I've done it because for some reason when I was looking at it, it just didn't look right, and I don't know if it was because of the angle or not, so I had to count to see if I had enough wood and if I had it on the right angle, and that counting process goes for the entire flower bed build because I'm not certain I have this in the right spot. And when I'm building, I have a terrible habit of wanting everything like symmetrical or as close to being symmetrical as possible, otherwise I get very frustrated. I then realized that with this build I'm going to end up having to dig into the cliff, so I just start clearing it out. At this point in my current part of the world, I still haven't terraformed it, so Don't expect any lovely terraforming, terraforming into making it a nice cliff anytime soon, because I have not even bothered yet. But I continue clearing it out, and then I'm like, oh, I'm going to replace the stone with dirt. I don't know why I did that. I had a random pillager patrol, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get rid of you guys before I go to sleep. I then went and grabbed all of the crops because majority of them at this point had grown, and I was like, time to harvest and replant. I still at this point haven't made a nice lovely farm yet. This is kind of just what I have set up for the moment, and yeah, that's where I've left it. I then went and got a whole bunch of sand because I need glass for my building, which I don't actually do in this episode. That's something you'll see in the next episode, but we have all the glass that we need. I also use whatever extra bit of sand I did get to make a sugarcane farm. I don't know why. I think I just got tired of having my sugarcane in my chest and not having anything done with it, so I was like, yep, that's it, we're gonna just build a farm now. A very, very basic farm, nothing too interesting. I then went and filled in the other little pens with flowers. I'm trying to have it like color coordinated so that reds are all in one spot and such, but I'm finding it a bit difficult as some of them don't have lots of colors. I then also went down to a mine that I have, or cave, to go get a whole bunch of dripstone and such because I have unfortunately made a lava farm, but I did it off camera. Didn't realize till after that I didn't record it, so I'm showing you me expanding it. I then also put this qualadrium in the furnaces to smelt, as qualadrium is equivalent to iron, and I needed a whole bunch of cauldrons, and I did not have enough iron at this point to make the cauldrons. Here I am trying to remember how you make a cauldron because I don't make them very often. After making the amount that I needed, I expanded and placed everything down. Well, actually I went and harvested stuff apparently. And then grabbed some of the lava from our lava farm to expand it further. I also made sure it was covered so that the rain doesn't solidify it. I then decided I was done building and went on an adventure, so I grabbed some bamboo, some jungle logs. I also found a village and decided I was going to loot it because I'm a loot goblin, and anytime I have access to loot, I am going to take it. I then found some more limestone as I had broken all of the previous ones. I also found a random waystone that I just clicked on and come back home. So after I'd grabbed enough limestone, I started putting it down because I'm like, hey, I'm going to use this to make another farm, because the crops from the Croptopia mod, you don't actually have to break like you do Minecraft seeds. You can actually just right click them and they'll continue to plant. So I was like, hey, let's just use some of the ones we've got in the chest and go from it. I start placing the seeds down. Now I don't place them in any particular order, I just sort of place them wherever, because at this point in time I'm not too fussed on whether it's like organized or not. I just want it to be nice and ready for us to collect crops from. I then found this weird dungeon thing which I've sped up. I don't know what mod it's from, but it was pretty cool to explore. So I just went through and grabbed a whole bunch of stuff, looted a whole bunch of stuff. There's tons of things in this dungeon that I can get that are quite handy. I've managed to find a couple of enchanted items and such. So, yeah. I also managed to get all my iron stockpile up pretty high because of the amount of raw iron and iron ingots I found. So going through this dungeon was quite helpful because I had tons of iron at the end of it. We also found a skeleton spawner halfway through this, so I made sure to mark it because I'll come back to it later and use it. I then found this weird pillager camp, and I decided I was just gonna kill them. I'm not too scared killing them now, seeming they've changed how Bad Omen works and it drops in a bottle, not just applied as a status effect anymore, so makes things a bit easier. I then went to see if there was anything up the top there that I might have dropped from the illager, nothing too interesting, and then looted the chest, which gives you a pillager outpost map and a couple of other bits and pieces. Found a beekeeper's house, which is from Friends and Foe, and I thought, hey, we'll check and see what he's got. Nothing too interesting, so I kind of just turned around and walked away. I then found another pillager's outpost, or way camp, or whatever we want to call them, and I made my way killing them, and then I looted afterwards. I found another dungeon, but at this point I've just collected some stuff from the chests, and yeah, I tried not to put the whole thing in because you don't really need to watch me explore the whole dungeon over again. I then managed to find a mineshaft as well, so I went through and looted it. Found a zombie spawner, which isn't too interesting, but the chest contained a backpack, which gave me more room to put stuff away, which was good because I was running out of room. After this, I make my way back home, and yeah, that's about it. Sorry for the short episode, it's just I've cut down 4 videos worth of video, so yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.